This is a Formula One news pit stop, brought to you by SPN.
Welcome to a Formula One news pit stop for Tuesday, March 7th, 2017. The first Grand Prix of the year is still over 2.5 weeks away, but the new season has already been a difficult one for engine supplier Honda. After coming back to Formula One in 2015, the Japanese manufacturer has had a tough couple of seasons, failing to provide McLaren with a reliable and competitive power unit. 3 years into their partnership, the pressure is definitely on Honda to deliver the goods, but so far there have been engine problems that are putting a strain on their relationship with McLaren. Last week at the winter test session in Barcelona, McLaren was unable to properly participate because of various issues ranging from an oil tank problem to complete engine failure on the second day of testing. Publicly, both McLaren and Honda have stated that the relationship between them remains strong, but rumors persist that behind closed doors, the situation is far from healthy. With pressure to achieve results on the track mounting, Honda announced on Monday that they have parted ways with engine consultant Gilles Simon. Simon joined the Honda program in 2013 after spending years with Ferrari going back to the early 2000s. The decision to part ways is reported to be a result of fundamental differences between Simon and senior Honda management on the development of their Formula One engine. A Honda spokesperson did not elaborate on Simon's departure, but thanked him for his contributions to the program. McLaren has not won a Grand Prix since Jenson Button won the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas may have only been Mercedes teammates for a couple of months, but the three-time world champion says that the relationship that he has with Bottas is the best one that he's ever had with a Formula One teammate. Hamilton told the official Formula One website that the good working relationship he has with Bottas is largely due to the Finn's sense of humor and that he is extremely focused on what happens on the track without any mind games. Hamilton has had some rocky relationships with former teammates, including Fernando Alonso and current world champion Nico Rosberg. Ross Brawn, the new Formula One Managing Director of Motorsports, said last week he would like to see Formula One host at least one non-championship event every year to experiment with new race formats. The cost of participating in such a non-championship event was received with mixed reactions around the Formula One paddock, including Haas F1 team principal Günther Steiner, who said that the idea was unattractive for many of the teams. Lewis Hamilton said that the format in Formula One has not changed in the 10 years that he has been in the sport and was receptive to Brawn's ideas. Hamilton said specifically that F1 should change the race format at Monaco because of the track's unique layout. Sauber driver Pascal Wehrlein will participate at the second week of testing at Barcelona this week after recovering from a back injury he suffered at the Race of Champions in January. The test will be Wehrlein's first opportunity to test the all-new Sauber C36 and will take a seat back from Ferrari reserve driver Antonio Giovinazzi, who filled in for the German last week. Formula One viewership in Great Britain dropped to a 12-year low in 2016. Several reasons for the decline were credited to F1's move from the BBC to Channel 4, as well as the frustrating season that plagued Lewis Hamilton. A report in the independent newspaper revealed that only 21.8 million UK viewers watched the 21 races on the 2016 calendar, and that the 5 million viewer fall accounted for more than 50% of the 10 million fall in viewers worldwide. And finally tonight, Red Bull Racing boss Christian Horner has told Motorsport.com that while the team has had some issues at the Barcelona test last week, the new RB13 looks like a good car that will undergo extensive development over the course of the entire 2017 season. Horner added that after winning nearly 60 races over the past 3 years, that Mercedes are still the favorites for the year, but the Englishman went on to explain that Red Bull are confident in the season ahead because the RB13 is behaving as designers expected, and that drivers Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo are very happy with the car.
Thank you for listening to this Formula One news pit stop on SPN. Be sure to listen to the Scuderia F1 podcast with Mark Dailey and Kevin Laramée after every Grand Prix weekend.